Here are white cards that I'm putting in my artifact cube. I've shown the artifacts before in a bunch of videos, and pretty much any artifact in Modern is fair game for the artifact cube. But in the case of the monocolored card, there are obviously no multicolored cards, but the monocolored cards, I'm only going to pick from Scars of Mirrodin block and Mirrodin block. I used to have a few from other blocks, but the more that I read them, the more they read like they didn't belong. Whereas these cards are specific to artifact heavy cubes, and so they work really well in them. So here I have 2 of Glint Hawk and 2 of Salvage Scout, both from Scars of Mirrodin. They're commons. Glint Hawk, it's a flyer. It's a 1/2/2. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return an artifact you control to its owner's hand. So it's got a little bit of a cost. But if that artifact is a very light drop, maybe this guy is worth it. Salvage Scout, another creature, it's got a white mana ability. You can sacrifice it and then you can return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand, and it's a 1/1/1. So that's kind of like a bonus. Then I've got 3 of Leftleaning Elder from Mirrodin, and it's another 1/1/1. Whenever an artifact comes into play, you may gain 1 life. Then you've got Oriole Glaive Master from Darksteel, and then another 1/1/1 with a little bit of a bonus ability. As long as this card is equipped, it gets +1/+1 and has first strike. So notice that every one of these cards has something about artifacts. Almost all of them, actually. Oriole Blade Warden, it's an Mirrodin uncommon. When you tap this thing, it's a 2/1/1, but when you tap it, target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the power of Oriole Blade Warden. And now it's just 1 right now, but you could equip it and then you'd have a bigger power. Then you've got Sunspear Shikari. It's a 2-drop 2/2 from Scars of Mirrodin. As long as it is equipped, it has first strike and lifelink, very similar to a previous card. Then you've got Terran Ghost from Darksteel. It's a 2/1/1. It's a flyer. And if you sacrifice it, you can regenerate a target artifact. So it puts a regeneration shield on an artifact. Then you've got Oriole Sunchaser. You've got 3 of them right here. And these are commons from Scars of Mirrodin. It's a 2/1/1 with Metalcraft. And I love Metalcraft because as long as you control 3 or more artifacts, this card gets +2/+2 and is a flyer. That's really good. A 3/3 flyer for 2 if you control 3 or more artifacts. Obviously, you'd have to play it in turns 3 or 4. Here's Mearsmith. It's a 2/2/1. It's an uncommon from Scars of Mirrodin. I really like the artwork on this card. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may pay 1. If you do, put a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token onto the battlefield. Really great in a mirror deck. Then we've got 3 of Lenin Squire, a 2/2/2 that's clean from 5th Dawn. When this card comes into play, return target artifact card with CMC of 1 or less from your graveyard to your hand. That could be really good. You could even have one of these 0 drops from the Mirrodin block in your graveyard, and you get to use them. Then Lenin Guard, it's a 2/1/3, a little bit on the wall side of things. And as long as it is equipped, it gets +1/+1, and attacking doesn't cause it to tap, which means really Vigilance these days. I guess all these old abilities got renamed over time. Then here's a very curious card from Mirrodin Besieged. Priests of Norn has Vigilance and Infect. It's one of the very few cards in white or red that have Infect. I actually did not include it when I was talking about my Infect mini cube, which I have decided to bring into this Scars of Mirrodin cube. I didn't mention it because I hadn't even noticed that there were white and red cards with Infect. 2 of Skye Hunter Cub. It's a 3/2/2, and as long as it's equipped, it gets +1/+1 and is a flyer when you do equip it. Skye Hunter Prowler, 2 of them from 5th Dawn, is a flyer 3/1/3. Again, on the side of a wall, very defensive, but it's a flyer. And it's also got Vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause it to tap. That's what Vigilance means. Skye Hunter Skirmisher is an uncommon from 5th Dawn. It's a flyer with double strike 3/1/1. You're paying a little bit of a heavy price, but if it's got double strike, it's really a 3/2/1, and it's a flyer. Then you've got Oriole Salvagers, another uncommon from 5th Dawn. It's a 4/2/4. And for a 1 white, again, these tapping abilities are really in black and white with the shade. It's really, they did a poor job in the Mirrodin block. But that's a white, 1 white. Return target artifact with CMC 1 or less from your graveyard to your hand. And that could be useful. Here's Tine Shrike, yet another creature with Infect from Mirrodin Besieged. A 4-drop, 2/1, and a flyer. I forgot the second one that I had for this one. Oriole Windwalker is a rare from 5th Dawn. It's a 4/2/3. It's a flyer. And if you tap it, you can attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. That could be really useful if you've got a really heavy equip cost on some really nice equipment that you want to drop on something for a very little cost. Let me see. Let me drop a couple more creatures. Then I've got 3 of Gamez Warden, a common creature from Scars of Mirrodin. It's a 4/2/4 with Metalcraft, so it can become a 4/6. So it's a 4/4/6 if you've got the Metalcraft condition. And that could be really useful. I actually love these 2 blocks, especially when they come together. Skye Hunter Patrol, it's a 4/2/3. It's a flyer with first strike, 4/2/3. That's not terrible. It's from Mirrodin. Notice the difference in artwork in Mirrodin. It really wasn't that great. Looks a little, low quality. Shriek Raptor is a 5/2/3 flyer with Infect. Another one of these rare uses of Infect in white. Again, it's a late game Infect. Usually an Infect from what I played against Infect. If they didn't kill me by turn 3 or 4, I really had a good chance to bust them up. But I guess there are a few late player Infect cards, and that's one of them. A little heavy though. Loxodon Meander is a 6-drop. 3/3, and you can regenerate target artifact if you pay 1 and tap it. So it can be a regenerator if you've got an artifact that you really, really need. But other than that, it's clearly a common card.